Rock and roll, baby. Welcome to Pro Se Legal School. We provide the tools, you do the work. I'm Coach Neighbors. In this video, I'm going to cover updates to the marriage dissolution legal package. But before we get started on that, guys, please click on those ads so I can get paid. Subscribe, ring that bell, hit the share button so other people can see the fire that you have access to. And please leave a comment. Leave a comment and let us know how we're doing. And when you invest in a lawsuit package, you can also leave a comment at the bottom of the description page. Now, in today's video, we're going to take a look at the state's marriage licensing process. So you can determine if the licensing process is fair or a violation of your due process, which you probably already figured out, but we're going to cover that. And we're also going to touch on how the scheme works. So let's just jump right in. So the state charges, we're just going to kind of go over how it appears this works, in my opinion. So just want to make sure I'm clear. So the state charges a small fee for the marriage license, and then the state places the license in the public record to make the marriage legal. Now, that's pretty much all they do. It's placed in the public record to make it legal. So if you had a contract or a legal document or something that you wanted to have placed in the public record, it should cost you like, I don't know, a few years back, it was like $10. Okay? Not filed in court, because they'll laugh at you and tell you, or they're going to laugh at you anyway. Maybe. Not filed. You want it placed on the public record. They place it on the public record to make it legal. The state fails to disclose to you that you didn't need a marriage license to get married. State failed to disclose quite a bit to you. State didn't disclose to you that when you signed the marriage license, that was going to give them an opportunity to control your kids and a bunch of other stuff. But that's not that. That's in a different video. You guys can do your homework on this. I'm putting you right here in ground level where the stuff starts to stink. It's going to be up to you to take it from there if you want to go further with this. Now, the problem that they have, they charge you the marriage license fee, and you got to pay the church and do all this stuff. Okay, and then the problem that you have is when it's time to dissolve the marriage, using the same steps they use to make it legal, they get grumpy. The clerks, the city employees, they get grumpy. And then they try to convince you that you need to hire an attorney to get a divorce. Oh, divorce. Oh, the D word. Oh, you never want to go in using that because you're going to end up there. You're going to end up there. Oh, wait a minute. You didn't have to get a divorce. Oh, you didn't have to get you just had to pay and sign the marriage license. So I got to thinking, what the hell is a divorce? So what is a divorce? So, how can I shoot this down if I don't know what a divorce is? I mean, in my head, I know what they taught me it was. Oh, wait, in my head, everything that they taught me was total BS and had to be thrown out. Okay, but we're going to give them a chance. All right, so I looked up divorce and what it is. Now, when I research stuff, I don't go with the very first thing that pops up. That's crazy. Because when you do that, you're what's usually popping up are either what the attorneys want you to read, or what the corporation wants you to read, or what the attorney's corporation. You know where I'm going with that. So I decided to look it up. So when I do my research on stuff like this, okay, I note down the first thing that comes up, because most of the time that's the attorney's stuff. Okay, stink. That's the attorney's stink. That we'll call it stink. That's the attorney's stink. And then you'll go a little further, 4 or 5 pages in. Sometime I'll skip over to page 20 on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and see what they got to say. Okay, now they don't have nothing to say. Now I'm back. I'm back to 1 to 10. The 10 pages that have stuff to say on it. Okay, so you're wondering where the hell am I going? There's some place that we're going. Now, what I do when I'm looking at those pages and I'm looking at the stuff is I want to see what in those pages matches what's at the top in the first stuff, the attorney stuff. The attorney's crap. Okay, I want to see what matches the attorney's crap. Okay, then I want to see what other stuff, how would you say, is consistent. Like if there are 5 or 6 websites that said this is, Then maybe I might want to kind of put a note on that and see how that. And at the end, you'll find that there's a couple of different groups. Maybe there's only 2. Maybe there's 3 or 4. It depends on how hot the subject is, because there's a lot of misinformation. So when you understand that what you're looking at stinks, when you understand that the system they have you in stinks at the gate, it shouldn't be too hard to see where a pile is, when you open the gate. Basically, in a nutshell, from several of the websites' information, this is what I came up with for what a divorce is. So it said divorce is a legal process of terminating a marriage or marital union. A legal process. I wonder if you can do with without a legal process. But that's what it's a legal process. So a legal process. So what they call legal is their legal corruption. So this is a wrap, right? We don't have to go any further. But no, we're going to go further because that's how we roll around here. Yeah, the divorce is a legal process of terminating a marriage or a marital union. So the legal process to make the marriage was, you guys remember what I told you that was. Now, if someone thinks that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, please comment down below and let me know. So it said, the legal process of terminating a marriage or a marital union. A legal process. Yeah, I'm stuck on that. But we're gonna move on because we have 2 more videos on that legal process stuff. So let's just move on. It also says that it usually entails, and I'm assuming they're talking about the legal process because this was in the same, So the legal process usually entails the canceling or reorganizing of the legal duties and responsibilities of a marriage, thus involving bonds of matrimony between a married couple under the rule of law of a particular state. Oh, stinking up in here. So basically, this law usually entails the canceling or reorganizing of the legal duties and responsibilities of a marriage. Thus, so whenever you're studying their crap, when they connect stuff to it, they're already starting out with garbage, But then when they use words like thus, although, therefore, those are the words you need to get the toilet paper out for, Because like I said, from the gate on this, it was stinking. But the thus is really stinking. So we're going to go on. It says, thus involving the bonds of matrimony between a married couple under the rule of law of a particular country or state. So we've already came to the conclusion that statutes are what they're considering state laws. Their statutes are not valid. They don't have enacting clauses. They don't have a title. They don't have a body. They're, and if you look up what a statute is, it's something to the effect of a policy usually put out by a corporation. So the rule of law of a particular state, but it doesn't say what law that we're talking. Particular state. I'm pretty sure the attorneys wrote this for everybody. They're lazy, so they don't want you to have to look up for your. You guys see what I am seeing here? I'm smelling stink. And so I'm wondering why you would need to have the rule of law involved in your. Now, if you have assets that people are fighting over and all of that crap, this is not going to help you with that. So I don't know what to tell you on that. So a divorce is a canceling or reorganizing of the legal duties and responsibilities of a marriage. And so I don't know. So that just is crazy. So divorce is canceling of a marriage. So I don't know what the reorganizing. Oh, right. That's the legal part that they have. So I guess I'm reading this a couple of times, and I never really thought about this much until I started doing the video here. And so I'm going to take this. So it says, so a divorce is a canceling or reorganizing of legal duties and responsibilities of a marriage. And so the only thing that anybody needs any help reorganizing is if you have assets or whatever. Not sure how it reorganizes the duties and responsibilities, or maybe they're talking about the child thing when the court gets involved and forces. I don't know. All I know is that I smell stink at the gate, and we're not going over there. We're going to stay right here at the gate. And that's how we do it. Now, we already know there's no rule of law here because it's not required by federal or state to get a marriage license to be married. So let's just pick this right at the gate. So there's no law requiring you to get a marriage license. So how would the rule of law have anything to do with what they're tricking people into doing? So this is the thing. You pay the licensing fee or whatever, and then when you're ready to dissolve the marriage, the state employees demand that each of you hire individual attorneys and pay thousands of dollars in attorney fees and court costs to get a divorce. Who the hell can afford that? The people that I've helped, if they had to do that, they would both be broke. The brokest. I'm just saying. Think about it. They're going to make you sell your house, split that money up. Now, your house already depreciated from what it was when you paid for it in the first damn place. Okay, so we're just going to throw that in. And then you got to split that. So now you got half of the house worth. And the house worth, you know damn well, ain't going to be nowhere near what the cost of a new house is. Well, now you don't have to deal with all of that. This program allows you to take care of this problem without the signature of the other person and without the state up in your face. All the state did to make your marriage legal was place the license that they charged you a fee for on the public record. And I'm sure they charged you a fee to place it on the public record too. Very small fee. State employees will try and convince you to get an attorney to help you get a divorce because the money generated for the state court, for municipal court, from divorce crap is enormous. It's like the divorce cash cow. And it's just a racket. All they do is postpone, then they make the deal behind your back, the attorneys do, and then they do whatever the hell they want to. So I don't know. Someone can tell me I'm wrong. Leave a comment in the comment if you don't think that I got this right. And by the way, what do you think? The new office, pretty stinking slick up in here. Yeah, this is Coach's Corner. Yeah, this is where I'm going. This is my fancy office. I'm gonna have Coach's Corner. Yep. Yeah, it's at an undisclosed location, so I'm hiding out. They know where I'm at because I'm on the phone all the time. I can't hide if I'm on the phone. The marriage dissolution legal package, I have a new name for it now. It used to just be called the marriage dissolution, which it only had like a couple of things. But it's a legal package now. I'm about to tell you why. The marriage dissolution legal package has been upgraded. Problem that we had was folks were using documents before it was a legal package, and the state employees were refusing to place their marriage dissolution in the public record. And we had no counterpunches to use. Now you'll have the firepower to punch the state employees right in the face if they're not doing the right stuff, because you can sue the state court clerk, the state employees, whoever, the janitor that's working over there, if they got something to do with them not placing your document in the public record. You want them to place it in the public record. And if they don't place your document in the public record, it's a problem, and they're violating some stuff because their procedures say they're supposed to be doing that. They're not supposed to just decide they don't want to do it because they're going to miss out on the opportunity to steal your house and a bunch of money out of your bank account. Now, upgrade this package to contain the 42 U.S.C. 1983 due process violation you need when they refuse to file your stuff. Pretty much everything that we're doing now is coming off of that due process violation, because now, instead of addressing what they're doing to you or the lies or whatever, we're going to address the procedures they use to do this. That's how you do it. No, you don't want to argue their lies. You want to argue their procedures they use to line you up where you are. That's working out really well for some people in my program. So I'm just saying. So when they refuse to place your stuff in the public record, I would let you know that my legal team has instructed me to inform you that, number one, you're violating your procedures, and number two, your processes violated my due process starting out at the gate when I signed the marriage license, and I didn't need to. There's no law that says anybody needed to have a marriage license. So let me ask you a question. So out of the marriage license, what, if the state is the one that's making me sign the contract, I'm contracting with the state. So what comes out of a marriage license, and who owns that? Who's the guarantor of? Yeah, I actually called them and asked them that one day. Oh, they had me on hold for a real long time. Yeah. And what comes out of the marriage? Your kids. That's a whole nother couple of videos. Think about it. So when you throw this in their face, and this is what we do here, we take the facts and do what we need to do with them. And their case law, their this, their that. If they can't get past the facts, they got crapola for the program, and that's all I got to say on that. Okay, they got crap for the program. If they can't get past the facts, I mean, we ain't going nowhere. The way my program works, if you have to sue them, I would file your lawsuit in state court, include the state, and because the state's the one paying these people to screw you over, and the people, whatever, I would file in state court. And then I would serve the parties and do all that stuff, and they're not going to be able to respond to it. They're not going to know what to do. And while they're doing that, I would file my other lawsuit in federal court. 1-2 punch. 1-2. Yeah. And then drag their happy butts over to federal court. Yep. Now, the lawsuit that you're going to be filing in state court is a federal lawsuit. And I know people think, oh, you can't do that. Oh, yeah, we do all day long. And there's no difference in filing that than there is filing Supreme Court case law in either of the lower courts. Now, when you attack their when you attack their butt in state court with federal case law, it's a problem for them because they can't respond. They can't respond to federal case law with state court crap. It don't go that way. Think about it. The technicalities there that people figure out who get tired of being punched in the face. And this is kind of the value of our program here. This program is structured from real-time feedback from the 600 and something people in the private coaching group and other people that are using the products and reporting back to me how the attorneys are trying to get out of how the attorney is trying to get their foot off of their attorney's throat, how to get somebody's foot off their throat. There's some foot-throat stuff going on. So now, if they refuse you can do one or two things. You can take that lawsuit and turn it into a notice of claim. Okay, so when they refuse to do what they're supposed to do, now you're going to have the firepower to do what you need to do. Now, you can handle this a couple of ways. You can turn this into a notice of claim and add the state and the parties or whatever. And a notice of claim doesn't need to be answered to. It just gives them an opportunity to do something about it if they want to. And then I would give them a couple of weeks after you send them the notice of claim. And then I would call them and ask them if this is a good time that you can come down and talk to the supervisor about placing your document on the public record. Your legal team is very concerned and wants to make sure that we give you guys the opportunity to cure this dispute before it goes into the courts. Now, at the end of the day, you can also just file the lawsuit and start, I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. In this program, you have the firepower to do whatever you want. I'm just saying. Okay. Your options here are only limited by your fear or your imagination. And what do I mean by that? Well, we add, if the clerk's the one that's causing this problem, you can add the clerk's property to your lawsuit as damages. And if you do that, you got to look up their property, and then you have to make sure you add all of the signers on the property to your lawsuit and serve them. Yeah. Oh, so, the goal here, and I just took a phone call, a text message a few minutes ago, and I try to let the new people know I don't coach on my phone because my hands are too big. So, that they asked me, what did I mean about having a different mindset? Okay, and we talked about that in the last video. Stop being a defendant, having a different mindset. So the mindset we have is not to go in here and whine and get the judge to rule in your favor or or say that you won or any of that. Our mindset is to make them go shut the hell up and sit the hell down. To make them shut up and sit the hell down. So that's, they can take the beating in the court as long as they want to. The problem that they're going to have is that attorney's number one job is to protect the judge. And the problem they're going to have is jam them up for the process. They're not, they don't want everybody else to know what you know. If everybody knew that, what everybody? I'm talking about all those people who paid thousands of dollars in attorney fees and kissed the courts. Well, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's all scared of doing whatever the court says. Yeah, those people who went into foreclosure, who had to sell their house and now split the money, and now, and now you got a whole lot less than you had. And so, thing is, the court don't have jurisdiction to make you do stuff unless there's an injured party or damaged property. Now, what bothers me the most is they charge you in the beginning and you didn't need to pay them and do that. And then after you did, when you want to undo that, they want you to do this and then open up your bank account and bring your happy asses back in a whole bunch of times and miss work. And oh wait, no, I know. Yeah, it gets it. Oh wait, and we need to have your financial banking statements and your bank account information, all of your stuff, so we can decide how much of your money we're going to take. How much of your money we're going to take to help you reorganize the legal duties and responsibilities of your marriage, thus dissolving the bonds of matrimony between a married couple under the rule of law of a particular state. That almost made me throw up saying that. Okay, and I was maybe sick saying that. It's just like it doesn't make any damn sense. And this is the thing about what they're saying is legal. If it don't make sense, then that's exactly what it is. Now, the value of this marriage dissolution package is enormous. Not because of what I told you it had in it already. Okay, there's something else. There's something else in this package that makes me excited. And the price that you're paying for this is totally off the chain. Okay, because I know most people by the time you get here, I know what they've done to you already. Oh, so I've added the civil rights document to the marriage dissolution package to help people put into the divorce cash cow money machine in municipal court. Now, I also added the legal malpractice lawsuit that I put together that you can use to go after the attorney that you hired that threw you under the bus in the end. Yeah, I got to thinking, I have the legal malpractice on sale on my website still. I just left it because people are buying. I think it's still $100 or $200. I don't know. I know it's still on sale. And so I added that to this also. So if the attorneys threw you under the bus, this legal malpractice lawsuit, you can use it to go after them, but not for legal malpractice. You're actually going after them for breach of contract. If they breach your contract, it's still legal malpractice because they're supposed to get your damn back. Yeah, so we twist that shit up. To make it what we need to be, because it is already. So I included that in the package too. So you're going to get the marriage dissolution, then you're going to get the lawsuit that you need to use as a notice of claim, or the lawsuit that you need for them violating your rights with their procedures. And then you're also going to get getting hot, and it's getting hot in here. You're also going to get the legal malpractice that you can use if you pay an attorney and the attorney threw you under the bus. And that legal malpractice is pretty bad. It's pretty damn powerful, because you can use it to do whatever you want. You can add the bar association in there for your state. And then the person that you added who was blocking you from placing your document on the public record. You can also, this package is structured to force them fools to do the right thing. And you'll be going in talking trash. Okay, I'm just saying. This is part of having a different mindset. When you're taking my stuff to the table, if you've done your homework, you'll know what trash to talk. Yeah. And if you do your homework, when they try to get in your face, you'll know the words to you. You will know the words to you. And this is why I force you to go watch them videos, to study them and see the names of the documents that you're going to get. And then you can go to the YouTube channel and you can watch the updated instructional videos and the instructional videos for the lawsuit package. So you can have a total idea of what you need to do before you even send me a message or email me or make your investment. I have it lined out where you can see everything that you need to do. Pretty much, you should get a pretty good idea of what it's going to take to get this done in my program. If you're facing this problem, this marriage dissolution package is on sale right now for a very, very low price. You need to get over there and see what that price is, because it's not going to be there forever. And I don't want to say what it is because people will tell me in like a year from now, they'll be watching this video and calling me to get that price. Unless it's lower, then they won't bother me. But if it's higher, now would be a good time to get in there and get that done. But you're going to do the homework. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. Stay in the ring, keep punching, get this package and take care of this problem. You don't have to take their crap anymore. Not anymore.